In the Business Spotlight on News Talk 94.7 and 970 WMAY. It is another Friday, and that means another local first business as we focus on Springfield businesses and the great things that they do. Right now, it's the Illinois Stewardship Alliance is with us, and Molly Gleason is here. And Molly, first of all, tell us all about what you guys do.
Hi, thanks. We are a nonprofit organization. We are statewide, and we support farmers, and we work to make sure that local food is affordable and accessible for everyone.
Yeah, that is really a big thing, isn't it? We hear a lot of farm to table and things like that, you know, with restaurants, but it's also important to get that food in the supply for other people.
Yeah, it's definitely a big task and something that we are working on in a variety of different ways. So we have conservation programs to help get more conservation practices on the land. We do policy advocacy to support small farms and help build local and regional food economies. And then we also have a variety of local food programs to help actually connect farmers to people that want to buy their food, and vice versa, help get, you know, people in Springfield or around the state to those places where they can get locally grown food. With
the explosion in the last 10, 15 years of the farmers market, I imagine that's a lot of what you do too, is it not?
Yes. So we actually manage the Old Capitol Farmers Market in downtown Springfield in conjunction with Downtown Springfield, Inc. So that's something that we've taken on in the last couple of years, and we were really excited to be a part of that. And then the other thing that is coming up that we are doing is the Springfield Holiday Farmers Markets. So those take place on the Saturday before Thanksgiving in November and the Saturday before Christmas in December. So this year it's December 16th. And we really love these farmers markets. They're a great chance to get out there and get some food for your holiday meals. And everybody comes away feeling good because you're buying unique local ingredients and you're getting really fresh food, and then you're also shopping locally, and you're supporting your farmers, you're supporting artisans, and so everyone comes away feeling good.
I have that correct, December 16th and not the 23rd? Because the 23rd would be the Saturday before.
It would have been the 23rd, but we decided that was just a little too close to Christmas, so it is the 16th.
Gotcha, very good. All right, December 16th. I just want to make sure that everybody gets there. And
yes, sure.
Illinois Stewardship Alliance is here, and Molly Gleason is our guest here on a Local First from News Talk 94.7 and 970 WMAY. Let's talk a little bit more about that holiday market. What can people find there?
Yeah, so just to clarify, it is on December 16th at the Illinois State Fairgrounds at the Orr Building. It is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. We have about 40 different farmers and artisan vendors that will be there. You can find everything from sweet potatoes and radishes and beets and regular potatoes and all those root vegetables. Then you've got your fresh greens and herbs. So everything that's really good for a holiday meal. Plus you can get holiday hams, eggs, cheese. I'm really excited to say that Ingrained is going to be there, and they have their new 6-packs bottled beer that they've just introduced. So that's a great holiday gift or something that you can bring for a holiday party. We're going to have 5 different Illinois wineries there, so you can kind of sip and sample Illinois wine as you're shopping. Springfield Art Association is going to be providing kids crafts. And they do some really unique things with like local llama wool and other things to make some really cool kids crafts, so you can drop your kids off there and have them do something really fun or make a gift, while you're shopping.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to really take a look at it without the burden of watching the kids, because they're having fun with the crafts. That's really neat.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're new this year, and we're really excited to have them there. And then we also have prepared foods for lunch. So Copper Pot Cooking Studio makes amazing soups and other products that you can either eat on site or you can, take it home and warm it up and eat it later. So that's really great as well. And she uses fresh local ingredients as well.
We see a lot of people now that consider themselves quote unquote foodies.
Mm-hmm.
They're very into their food and where it comes from. What kind of questions do you guys field from people when it comes to food?
Well, the big thing with regards to holiday markets coming up is like, what is there? Like, that people don't understand or maybe have questions about what we can grow in Illinois at this time of year. And our farmers have come up with some really great ways to get more produce in the ground. They've got greenhouses and they've got hoop houses, so they keep the vegetables covered. And that allows them to extend their growing season so they can actually grow carrots through January. And so that's one of the big things that's kind of been a learning curve, and telling people like, hey, farmers are out there and they've actually got food this time of year. So come shop, get these great ingredients.
Yeah, it's something that really has expanded the last few years, hasn't it?
Right, exactly.
And I think that probably coincides with the demand from the public for fresh food year round.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're very good. Illinois Stewardship Alliance is our guest today. Molly Gleason is there with the group. And Molly, let's talk a little bit about the organization and stuff. You guys have been around for a long time, but what is the climate of the organization now compared to when you guys first started?
Well, the organization actually started about 40 years ago, and it's a grassroots organization, and people came together. It started in southern Illinois, and people came together to they had concerns about strip coal mining in southern Illinois. So they organized at the grassroots to voice their concerns, to talk to legislators, and eventually they were able to help pass a really monumental federal legislation that regulates coal strip mining in southern Illinois, well, across the nation. But since then, the organization has, changed and evolved. But the core mission has really always been the same, which is to support farmers and to make sure that our rural communities are growing and thriving. It was coal mining in the past, but now the issues have changed and we are working more in the local food and conservation direction.
It's been really tough to be an American farmer over the last 30, 40 years. We've seen John Mellencamp, Willie Nelson, putting together to Farm Aid and things like that. And, what is it like to be a farmer this time of year? Is it getting a little better? Is it getting worse? What is it like?
Farming is just a tough profession all around. I wouldn't want to speak for any farmers, but if you've ever been out on a farm or tried to do, especially with the vegetable farming, if you're out there like doing that manual labor day in and day out, it's really hard. And that food sometimes does, there's not a lot of infrastructure right now to get that local food to the places and the people that need it. So it does make it sometimes more expensive. So that farmers are working on a very small margin. And so it is tough for farmers. So that's why we're doing everything we can to say, hey, go out and support local farmers.
Your organization's been around. What do you love about it and what frustrates you?
The thing I love most about my organization is the people that I work with. They are amazing and so passionate and so dedicated with what they do and so knowledgeable in their areas of work. We have a lawyer on staff. We have a farmer on staff who has created a whole new prairie on his farm. So he's really involved in conservation work. And everybody they love their work and they believe in it, and that makes going to work every day. That makes work really great. So it makes me happy to be able to work there and makes me, really excited to continue doing this really important work. I
guess, too, the frustrations of the job would probably be the same as the farmers' frustrations. If the weather isn't cooperating, if things aren't, I'm sure you hear it from your membership.
Well, absolutely. I don't know that we have to deal with the weather so much, but we do hear from the farmers, especially, if we're running the farmers market and if it rains and then nobody comes to the farmers market, then the farmers doesn't have that sales for the day. So we do hear that a lot. I would say for our organization, it's probably one of the biggest frustrations is just that the policy work over time can be really hard, and you have to be in it for the long haul. That policy work, it can be hard to maintain that excitement for people to continue to be involved, and especially if something doesn't pass one year and then you have to start over the next year. But on the flip side, it can also be really exciting when something does pass, and especially if you were instrumental in helping pass it. So one of the things our organization does is we host Lobby Day, and we try to get people more involved in knowing what the policies are that we're working on and taking them to the Capitol and letting them meet their legislator. And that's really great because people actually get to see, when a law passed, they can say, oh, I talked to my legislator, and then that law passed, and I did that. So that's always really exciting.
It's really cool. Obviously you guys are entrenched in the downtown farmers market, with the DSI, but why is it important for you guys to be a part of Local First?
Local First is a great organization, and even though we are statewide, we are based here in Springfield, and so we really believe in supporting the Springfield community. And Local First gives us more connections with local businesses, and they are fighting on our behalf to make sure that our work is out there. And so they've been really great, and we are proud to be a member of their organization.
Illinois Stewardship Alliance is our Local First business for this week. And Molly, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Coming up next on News Talk 94.7 and 970 WMAY, Mike Winmacher has a look at the sports.